David thought the secret was buried, but God saw everything. Nathan stands before David in the throne room. David looks shocked. The palace becomes silent. This is the story of David and Bathsheba. It is not just a story about temptation. It is a warning about what happens when desire is not checked, when power is misused, and when sin is covered instead of confessed. David was the king of Israel. He had been chosen by God. He had defeated Goliath. He had written songs of worship. He had seen the Lord deliver him again and again. But even a man who has walked with God can fall when his heart becomes careless. 2 Samuel chapter 11 begins with the detail that matters. It was the time when kings went out to battle. Of the king's house, from the rooftop he saw a woman washing. Her name was Bathsheba. She was the wife of Uriah the Hittite. That should have been enough for David to turn away. But David did not stop at seeing. He asked about her. Then he sent messengers. Then he took her. The Bible does not present this as romance. This was a king using power to take what did not belong to him. David had been given authority to protect people, but in this moment he used authority to satisfy desire. That is how sin often grows. It does not always begin with a huge action. Sometimes it begins with a look that is not turned away, a thought that is entertained, a desire that is fed, a boundary that is ignored, a warning that is pushed aside. David saw. David asked. David sent. David took. Each step moved David deeper. And after the sin, Bathsheba sent word to David. She was pregnant. Now David had a choice. He could confess. He could humble himself. He could bring the truth into the light. But instead, he tried to cover it. David sent for Uriah, Bathsheba's husband. Uriah was away at war, serving faithfully. David brought him back from the battlefield and tried to make the situation look normal. He asked Uriah about the war. He told him to go home. David wanted Uriah to return to his house so the pregnancy could be hidden, but Uriah did not go home. He slept at the entrance of the king's house with the servants. When David asked why he did not go home, Uriah answered with honor. The ark, Israel and Judah were staying in tents. His commander and fellow soldiers were in the open field. How could he go home and enjoy comfort while others were still in battle? Uriah had more integrity as a soldier than David had as king in that moment. That should have been enough to shake David, but hidden sin often makes the heart harder. David tried again. He invited Uriah to eat and drink, but even